Never throughout history has a man who lived a life of ease left a name worth remembering. This is a quote from the man I chose to talk about in this report. His name is Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt was born on October 28, 1858, in New York City to parents Theodore and Martha Roosevelt. As a boy, he was sick with asthma and developed a rugged physique as a teenager. He became a lifelong advocate of exercise and a strenuous life. After graduating from Harvard College, he studied law at the Columbia University, but left to pursue politics, winning a seat in the New York Assembly in 1882. Roosevelt served as Civil Service Commissioner, President of the New York City Police Board, and Assistant Secretary of the Navy, demonstrating honesty and upsetting party bosses because of his radical trusts policy. During the Spanish-American War in 1898, he led the Rough Riders in a daring charge on San Juan Hill, returning as a war hero to become governor of New York. Elected as vice president in 1900, Roosevelt became president after McKinley's assassination in 1901. He sought to be elected president in the elections of 1904, which he won by a landslide, while working with Republican leaders and gaining reluctant support from capitalists. Roosevelt assumed office at the age of 42 and was the youngest president to take office. As president, Roosevelt's square deal aimed to improve American lives by initiating welfare legislations and regulating large monopolies like Standard Oil and Carnegie Steel. As an environmentalist, he set aside nearly 200 million acres for national forests and wildlife refuges. He increased U.S. global influence, notably by securing rights to build the Panama Canal. During World War I, Roosevelt's youngest son, Quentin, a pilot with the American Air Forces in France, was killed when he was shot down behind German lines on July 14, 1918, aged 20. Roosevelt never recovered from his loss. On the night of January 5, 1919, Roosevelt died in his sleep. Woodrow Wilson's vice president, Thomas Marshall, said that death had to take Roosevelt sleeping, for if he had been awake, there would have been a fight. I believe that Theodore Roosevelt is a person that we should remember because of multiple factors. He removed corruption, instated national parks, and significantly increased the power of the U.S. military. His legacy as a hunter, a politician, and a man who will always do right, no matter the consequences, will always live in American history.